team, this is Lori Conaway, your Presidential Diamond Upline. Wanted to come with you with some information. Some of you have been requesting kind of what my system is for doing parties. And I do believe that a system in place helps you be more successful when you're doing a party or an event. And so I'm just going to walk through those, not a really super fun video, but just walk through three kind of stations for a party. The first station needs to be your sign-in station. You just have a sign-in sheet, very simple sign-in sheet. You can find it at the livingthedreamteam.net site, or you can just create your own sign-in sheet, which is fine. But the pinnacle thing at this station is to have a jar. And I prefer a clear jar because the people are going to put their money in the jar when they wrap. And this creates a visual for a business opportunity. When they can look back, your guests can look back at this jar and see the money that has been made. And so definitely have that money jar and then a sign-in. I would also have the measure cards at that sign-in station. So as they sign in and pay their money, they get a measurement card. And they bring that measurement card back to station number 2. And station number 2 is the measuring room. In the measuring room, a couple of things need to take place when you're measuring. You need to measure, you need to take pictures, and then of course you need to hand them a clipboard is what I do for my system. For my station number 2, they're going to get a clipboard just like this. Just a cheapy one at Walmart for $1 with an order form sheet on it. And I have taken a highlighter and highlighted a couple of different supplements and some of our top selling products. So that way when we go into station number 3, which is the presentation station, I can refer back to this and say, these are the items that we're talking about tonight. So wrap them up, give them a clipboard, encourage them to thaw out the top portion, and go back into the presentation room with a bottle of water and wait till everybody gets wrapped up. If you have extra product brochures, then you can give them to them at that time as well. However, you don't have to invest in extra product brochures to be able to get that done. You can take simply the one that you have, cut it in half, have it laminated, and pass it around. So that way you don't have to spend the extra funds and getting extra product brochures. Third station is going to be that presentation station, and that's when you gather everybody in that same spot, make sure they're drinking water, make sure they filled out that top portion of their clipboard order form, and just simply, be a part of them. You don't have to stand up and do a presentation. You can very simply just sit there with them and have a conversation. So this is going to be where you're going to answer questions that they might have, because you don't want to do that in the wrapping room, because that's going to create a 4-hour wrap party, and nobody wants a 4-hour wrap party. So you can sit down with them in that presentation room and just answer some questions that they might have about the applicator, and just educate them a little bit about that. And then go on, kind of bring your clipboard back up with the products that you've chosen to highlight. Some of the ones that I've chosen to highlight are the Skinny Pack, because it gives them the box of wraps. It gives them the defining gel, the full-size bottle of defining gel, and it gives them the Fat Fighter. And so that's one of the ones that I like to showcase. But you highlight, a handful or so of the products of your choice. But that's when I go ahead and tell them to make sure they fill out their order sheet. But then I grab the IT catalog, and this is what it looks like here. And I just simply, you really don't have to know a whole lot, and you don't have to have anybody with you to do a party or your upline to do a party. It's a very simple process. You just pretty much take this catalog and you just walk right through it. And you say, this is the ultimate body applicator. And these are the places that you can put it. And you take it out, put it on, and you see results. So 1, 2, 3. See how easy this is? And then the next page, it says the tape measure doesn't lie, and it gives before and after pictures. And it says as little as 45 minutes that you're going to see progressive results for up to 72 hours. And then you simply turn the page. And this is where it starts to let your guests know that there are different packages that are put together, that are formulated together, that work great together, and gives them a little bit of a discount when they purchase them together. At this point in time, I will tell people that there are 3 ways to purchase with a company. The first one is retail, like you've done here tonight. And I tell them, frankly, I don't have any more retail customers. So once they wrap for the first time, I won't allow you to wrap the second time being retail, because it just doesn't make sense. And then I go into the second way to purchase. And the second way to purchase is by being a loyal customer. And a loyal customer, as you can see, and I'll point out on the catalog or on their clipboard, there are two different prices, and that loyal customer shows you about a 45 to 50% discount on that retail price. It's simply like shopping at Sam's Club and getting the wholesale price without having to pay a membership fee. And so for them, it makes complete sense because all they have to do is make your first order with me tonight, one in November and then one in December, and you have unlocked wholesale pricing as a customer for life. And so if they don't want to order month 4, they don't have to. But if they choose to, then they will get wholesale pricing no matter when they come back on, whether that's 6 or 7 months down the road. They can log back into their account and get wholesale pricing for life. So what a wonderful program that is. It just sells itself. And then if you want to go on and talk about the perk points, you can certainly talk about that, but they'll see that there in the catalog. But that's when I simply say there's a third way to purchase, and I close the catalog and I flip it over just like this. So it kind of creates a visual there, a transition visual. And I just go straight to this page here. And I will tell them the third way to purchase tonight is by becoming a distributor. And a distributor is something like what I'm doing. I'm going around and doing wrap parties and wrapping people and having fun with the business, but I'm also having an opportunity to earn cash with the business. And then I will simply say, you saw the cash jar up front as you sign in. That's the cash that I make tonight. And then the company also pays me commissions every month. And there's also a third way to earn with this company, and those are bonuses. So the company pays you in 3 different ways. And I simply look at this level sheet, or this earnings graph, I guess is the best way to say it. And I say to them, I tell them a little bit about my personal story and say, I just got into the business wanting to make a couple extra $100. And I realized at my first wrap event, and I point back to the jar, that I could make that in the first event that I have done with this business. So I could do one of those a month and make a couple extra $100. But if I wanted to put any extra effort into it, then I could literally make unlimited levels of income, no matter, just depending on what the effort that I put into it. And so I usually at that point will say, if you didn't come here for a business opportunity, but what would be a good number for you, and just have them kind of share that number. And that's typically where they want to be if they were looking at this as an opportunity. And so at this time, I don't take a whole lot of their time on that. I will say it's been about 45 minutes. Let's go back to the remeasuring room and remeasure you. I'll give you an opportunity to put that wrap back on, or I'll give you an opportunity to leave it off. But we are going to remeasure you and take an after picture. Make sure you bring your clipboard back with you. Make sure this top portion's filled out, and go ahead and mark any products that you would like to order here today as a loyal customer. And if you would like to become a distributor tonight, the kit is only $99 right now for a limited time through the end of the year. And so if you were thinking, sure, I'd like to be a loyal customer and save some money and get the box of wraps for $59, and you were thinking, well, I would like the opportunity to try to earn money on this, it's only a $40 upgrade to do so. And so if you're interested in being a distributor, go ahead and fill this sheet out. The only thing that I'll need for you to add to this sheet is the Social Security number, which we can take that back from you at the remeasure room. But go ahead and have this completely filled out. When you come back to get remeasured, I'll answer any questions that you may have, and we'll go ahead and do the checkout process then, and you can be on your way. So again, I think the system is just to have the 3 stations set up, to make it a no-brainer for them to have the products that you love and enjoy highlighted for them to be able to look at and say, oh, those are the ones. To show them in the catalog the possibility of becoming a loyal customer and getting maybe a pack of items that are deeply discounted because they're together as a pack, and 45 to 50% off as a loyal customer. And then again, transitioning to that catalog to let them know there is an opportunity with this business. I will tell you this, if you wrap somebody retail and you do not share the opportunity with them as a loyal customer or as a distributor, somebody will. And so if they walk away from your event or your personal wrap appointment, then they walk away and they talk to somebody else and they tell them about the opportunity as a loyal customer or the opportunity as a business, and they sign them, we can't get too upset about that. So we need to make sure that we are closing the deal when we're talking to them at that point in time, not letting them walk out. And what this clipboard allows us to do when they come back to that remeasure room, nobody's going to walk out of the party not being remeasured. And so if they're bringing their clipboard with them to get remeasured before they go home, then they can't just walk out the door. So they actually have to come back to you and tell you, no, I can't do it now, or my payday's not until next Friday. And guys, when people say my payday's not until next Friday, you can post-date these order forms till next Friday too, and let them know that you can put their order in for that particular time. So it just sets a system in place for people to for you to close the deal right then and there, and for them not to walk away and you having to follow up with them in 2 to 3 days later. Be confident is the most important. Simplify, be duplicatable, because here's the deal. You want people to be attracted to you. You want loyal customers to be happy with the products that they're using and tell their friends about them, and look at it as a potential business opportunity. And if you're having fun with it and you're confident and passionate about the business, then they're going to be as well. So simplify, don't bring in totes of stuff, just bring in a very simple bag. Let's show them that this business can be done very simply and very, very duplicatable. So there you go, 3-part system of a party. Go out there and get them wrapped up.